All right, so back to Twitter. I tweeted out something this morning that was quickly corrected. Not corrected. It was rearranged. And for good reason. You were right. Those that rearranged my tweet, you were exactly right. So I tweeted out earlier today that it seems as if every single day we move closer and closer to the Mike Judge movie, Idiocracy. And if you haven't seen Idiocracy, then it's sort of required watching at this time in our lives. But people quickly responded. And you were right. I stand corrected. And people responded this way. Move closer to Idiocracy, Jeff. We're in Idiocracy, Jeff. And I thought, you know what? That's a good point. Maybe for once, I'm not being cynical enough. You're exactly right. We are getting close to Idiocracy. We are all the way in Idiocracy. And if you didn't know it before, if you didn't think, if you ever watched the movie and Mike Judge, I've called him Nostradamus, if you didn't know how stupid we are, today you know. There it is. What was I thinking? We're not close to Idiocracy. We are knee-deep in Idiocracy. So the moral of today's social media story is this. This is what happens when you try to act like Donald Trump when you're not like Donald Trump. Ivy League educated Ron DeSantis, probably $1 million worth of education, private education, by the way. Ron DeSantis is finding it doesn't work for him. He can't fake it, and it backfires on him. And now Greg Abbott is increasingly finding it doesn't work for him. This is Greg Abbott. Not quite an Ivy League education all the way through, but pretty close. But he's learning the embarrassing lesson as well. And I mean really embarrassing. So all of you should be asking, what's the governor of Texas thinking by following up a laughable tweet about the proposed Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg cage fight with an even more laughable tweet about a fake Garth Brooks concert with fake booing in a fake Texas town at a fake music festival. He even tweeted, and I think he's upset about this because I think I know what the team Abbott was thinking. He even tweeted the focus group inspired phrase, go woke, go broke. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. There's no way. Idiocracy doesn't do this. The tweet, just so you know, was this. Garth Brooks booed off stage at 123rd Annual Texas Country Jamboree. Go woke, go broke. Garth called his conservative fans, quote, a-holes. Good job, Texas. Oh, man. What did I say? You were right. We're in Idiocracy. Now, remember, this is the governor I was prepared today to talk about why is the governor tweeting about the cage match between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. And I had an answer for you, and I still have an answer for you. And then I get to double down on what I think why he's doing this. This idiotic, absolutely dumb down to the point of embarrassment behavior. I know why he was tweeting about Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. Because I know why he was tweeting about a fake concert, a fake music festival, in a fake Texas town. I got it all figured out, I think. You can correct me if you want. That's cool. Bring it. So a separate Twitter poll, of course, would be for all of you. What's your favorite place? Now, think about this. What's your favorite place to eat in Hambriston, Texas? Spelled Habriston. Where do you like to eat when you're in Hambriston? All right. Now, I have an opinion why Greg Abbott would be tweeting like mad all weekend to the point that he became a national joke. It's a national joke, and it should be. So why act so foolish is the obvious question. Why would you do something so dumb about a fake town, a fake music festival? All of it is fake. How could you fall for this? Okay, I know exactly why. here's my theory. He's doing what his Trump-focused handlers are telling him to do. It's not any different. See, Ron DeSantis and Greg Abbott do the same things. They're handlers. It's almost as if the same consultants are massaging the two of them. They're telling them every single day, you've got to target the meathead bros. So act like and say stuff like a meathead bro. And this past weekend, if your whole MO and your marketing effort is to say things to meathead bros that appeal to meathead bros when you yourself are not a meathead bro, then this weekend was served on a platter, he thought, for meathead bro conversation and tweets. It was like this melting pot of alleged meathead bro moments, but some of it was fake. That's how I think it ended up here. And I feel pretty comfortable in saying that. I think it's probably spot on. So the funny part is, right, so he tweets to distract is first thing. He tweets to distract. But he's tweeting to act like a meathead bro and be a trash-talking fool like a meathead bro, and none of it's working for him. None of it works for Ron DeSantis, and none of it works for Greg Abbott. And this weekend is a perfect example. When you try to act like Trump, you try to be a buffoon like Trump, and you're not a buffoon like Trump, it doesn't seem to work very well. But his handlers keep forcing him into it. Next thing you know, fake concert, fake town, fake story. And you look like a fool. Funny part of all this is, though, that acting like a meathead bro, see, it works for Trump because Trump's a buffoon. He's everyday walking, talking buffoon. So we can act like a buffoon because it's all very natural. Greg Abbott is not. He's not a buffoon. He's not Trump. Trump can be a meathead bro and say meathead bro things because that's kind of him. It all works. Greg Abbott just looks foolish. And now look at it. So the governor of Texas, the place, by the way, facing power outages again. He went all in on Twitter this weekend, and it started off with this sort of tough guy again, thinking the concept of governor with a law degree. I need you to act like and say stuff to meatheads. So this Zuckerberg, Elon Musk thing is, it's just perfect. I mean, his team thought, well, this is a perfect moment. So he goes on with this tweet on Saturday, I think it was Friday or Saturday, with this tough guy do it tweet about the tech bro cage match. And if that wasn't ridiculous enough, which I think is pretty ridiculous, it was a bad look for him. And of course, it doesn't work. Trump can do it. Trump can show up there and it works perfectly fine because he's an idiot. He's a meathead bro, naturally. Abbott, nah. So he tweets about the cage match. And if that wasn't ridiculous enough, he then wins the moment of jackassery. I mean, he wins the weekend of jackassery by sending the tweet. Garth Brooks booed off stage at 123rd Annual Texas Country Jamboree. When was the last time you went to the Texas Country Jamboree? Who did you see? Eddie Rabbit? Who did you see? Crystal Gale? Who did you last see, citizens, at the Texas Country Jamboree in Hambriston, Texas? All right, so that's his tweet. Remember the tweet. Go woke, go broke. And I think that I've got a theory behind that line, which has now been ruined. I think they were really excited about that line. I think they were really excited that that was going to work. Garth called his conservative fans a-holes. Good job, Texas. Okay, so now you know why I think he would do something so stupid. Just so you know, Garth Brooks was not in Hambriston, Texas, at the 123rd, because the other 122 were so good. How many of you attended? What's your shirt like at the Country Jamboree? So he wasn't there because there was not a 123rd Country Jamboree. There's not even been 122 of them. And he didn't call conservatives a-holes. Hambriston doesn't exist. That's kind of a big deal when you're governor of Texas, I think. Nor does 123 years of the Country Jamboree. That doesn't exist either. That didn't happen. Not even 1 year of the country jamboree has happened, and Garth Brooks wasn't booed because, I'm just guessing here, I've seen him a few times. I doubt that Garth Brooks ever calls his audience a-holes. I bet he doesn't. I can't think of many artists, successful artists, that do. So the whole thing was fake. It was all fake. It was just a joke, and he fell for it. And I know why he fell for it. So the Mr. Republican primary all the time guy got caught obsessively tweeting for two reasons. And he's good at this, and it's worked for him until just now. And this is what has happened to Ron DeSantis, too, in my opinion. He got caught obsessively tweeting in an effort to distract, I think. I think his team came up with a line that they were so excited to drop on you. They came up with a line. They were so proud. It was going to be that signature moment. Oh, my gosh, boss. We got the perfect line. This is the perfect moment. I can't wait to drop it on them. And they were really excited to do it. So he and his team then were fools. The tweet about a fake Texas town with a fake concert with fake booing has become a joke. And I'm sure he was so excited to drop "Go Woke, Go Broke" on you that they just didn't quite pay attention to, the fake part, like a fake city. One of my favorite moments is that, remember and I can't wait until the documentary comes out. My favorite fake moment of a fake school with a fake mascot led by a fake bishop is my favorite part. Is what was that school a couple years ago where they had the fake football team where the guys were sacking groceries and they got them to show up and play a game on ESPN? It was a fake school, fake players, with a fake bishop, I believe. And then they got rolled on ESPN. Bishop Sycamore. I love Bishop Sycamore. The fighting Tigers, Bulls. Centurions, yeah, led by a fake bishop, right? That's my bet. So this is a classic moment. I mean, these are just great moments, but you just would expect something a little bit better from the governor. I'm telling you why. They were excited about the line. They were excited. It was a weekend of bro tweets targeting bro meatheads. And then he got a chance to distract from, like power failures and stuff. Have you noticed that every time? Oh, here's the story, just to point out that I'm not making this up. Texas Governor Greg Abbott, this is Yahoo News because this story's now all over the country. Jeff, do you think it's going to hurt him politically? No, I don't. I don't think it hurts him at all. Normal people, we're out of this already. The meatheads aren't going to care anyway. I mean, they're not going to care. Texas Governor Greg Abbott took his Twitter feed to some low places over the weekend when he was duped by a satire website into sharing literal fake news about country music icon Garth Brooks. Abbott linked a story about Brooks from a satire website called the Dunning-Kruger Times. I don't know. Would that not give it away? Would that not give it away? You mean somebody in the office didn't go, hang on a second. Where is the Dunning-Kruger Times? What is that? Oh, don't worry about it. Let's go. Hurry up. Start tweeting. If the name alone, Yahoo reports, isn't enough of a giveaway, the site states outright that it's part of a network of parody, satire, and tomfoolery. Yeah, it has it on the site. If you believe that this is real, you should have your head examined, it says, on the site of the Dunning-Kruger Times. All right, so if that's not enough to kind of catch you along the way, I don't know. When you're governor of Texas, you would think somebody in the office would know that's a fake town. That place doesn't even exist. Has anyone in this room heard of Hambriston, Texas? Anyone? No? Well, maybe we ought to check this out first. They didn't. By the way, Garth Brooks sold out last year. I think he was on tour. Was it last year? He sold out 72,000-seat NRG Stadium in Houston and 80,000-seat AT&T Stadium. And I think he's probably sold out every place that he's been. And I don't think there's any evidence that he's calling the crowd a-holes. I just don't think that happens. I'm pretty sure that's never happened. All right, so every time, now this is a serious part of this, that every time there's an increase in or any hint of power outages, there's an increase in Greg Abbott's social media activity. Somebody somewhere with nothing better to do will probably be able to document crisis, tweets, crisis, increase in tweets. And he's done really a masterful job of being a distraction. Now, this time they screwed up royally. So if you think I'm accusing the governor's office, again, being managed by the goal is to do some bro media stuff, to act like Trump, if you are saying I'm accusing them of purposely distracting from the issue, I will answer absolutely yes. That is my accusation. Yep. I think it's a pretty clear pattern, actually. Name the disaster, okay, mass shooting, power outage, then plot the social media activity and photo ops. His latest Twitter vomit is a new strategy, a slightly new strategy. I just think it became a new strategy because it served itself up. They thought it served itself up. The cage match thing was perfect for bro media. That's bro media marketing. And so some demographic data must have been dropped in their office recently. A chance to act like a fool like Trump is a good thing, not a bad thing. And so they took the chance. The way it usually works is if there's a mass shooting, he then pivots to some immigration thing. Like after the shooting in Allen, I remember within a day, there's soldiers lined up everywhere. There's airplanes and stuff within 24 hours. Then he's sitting in front of the troops in camouflage. And you know the storyline. So does it work? Yeah, he keeps winning. I mean, he's mastered the art of distraction until now. So it's new territory for Mr. Primary all the time, Mr. Republican Primary all the time. He's going to have to try to distract from this stupid weekend because it was just stupid. Tweeting about the fight, the cage match. What did he tweet? Go for it. Go for it was pretty silly by itself because the whole story is pretty silly, but I do think that works in the marketing framework of targeting bros and acting stupid like Trump does because it works for Trump. But this is new territory, the fake town with the fake show, the fake Garth Brooks and all that stuff. I think he's going to have to try to distract. I think he's going to have to try to distract from his stupid attempt to distract. He's going to have to do a distraction of the distraction because this one's just off the charts stupid. I thought I could even do something creative with this on Twitter, and I just gave up because everyone else was so good. So now he has to distract from the distraction strategy. Is it time to say meathead bro marketing backfired? Yeah, it's been backfiring on Ron DeSantis. He's a mess. Anyone trying to be dumb like Trump who's not dumb like Trump, it doesn't work well. I mean, it just reeks of you're putting on an act. He's legitimately stupid, right? He's just a buffoon. He can pull it off. He can talk to frat guys. Ron DeSantis and Greg Abbott cannot, and they're trying, and it's backfired. Trump comes across as real. I mean, that is the appeal. When he's a buffoon and says meathead stuff, it works. But it doesn't work for DeSantis. It doesn't work for Abbott. In Abbott's case, he's been burned by. These are two highly, highly educated men. This was not Greg Abbott years ago. This is the new Greg Abbott taken care of by a bunch of handlers trying to get him to sound like a meathead because meathead works. All the strategic planning that went into Greg Abbott's blockbuster new line, go woke, go broke. You can tell. You have to know. They thought that was going to be a home run. They have probably been waiting to drop that one on you for weeks now. Somebody in the office said, I got one, go woke, go broke. They were ready for it. They've been waiting. They were ready to just launch this whole campaign, go woke, go broke, and now it is lost. Go woke, go broke is not working so well. His signature moment with Go Woke, Go Broke is blown up in one fake concert, one fake Garth Brooks, and one fake Texas town. You know, before sending the tweet, you would just think that somebody in the governor's office should have known, I don't know, about 123 of these concerts that never happened. You would think that someone, though, in his office they would have at least known this, that the act in Hambriston, Texas, was Brooks and Dunn and not Garth Brooks. They're the ones, Brooks and Dunn, that called the audience a-holes.